Bolt Bros here for the Week 8 Thursday night matchup versus the Minnesota Vikings. Big game for the Chargers in a lot of different ways, but I will say we're getting a lot more players on the field for this game. We are getting healthy guys, which is a massive, massive need for this team, but we got to see if this defense could get right. So we're just going to go ahead and talk about the whole game, talk about what's happening for this one. Also, the Navies will be back, and the 2000s Navies are going to be back. Ooh, I love it, and these jerseys are going to look great. So once again, guys, we're the Bolt Bros. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys.
Bolt Bros, let's go.
What's up, Kermit, man? You watching the Bolt Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Shout out blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Bolt Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bolts in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
What up, guys?
Here we go, man. And it's crazy to think about how quick another football game's just right in front of us again.
Yeah,
I swear,
I hate it.
It feels so weird. Like, 4 days later, you're gonna have a game again, kind of thing. Like, it just feels so odd. I mean, I think even Greg Roman talked about like 5 minutes after the game on Sunday, they were already hitting the tub, they were getting recovery going. They were just like, hey, we got to get right back into it. Like, it's a full week of work basically from this point on, and then they get a little bit of a break after this. So,
and by the way, we've never won in the Navies too, as well. I think we're 0 for 7.
Yeah, but these are the different Navies. These are different Navies.
The white Bolt Navies.
Yeah,
that's right.
Different Navies.
That's right.
Not these Navies.
Yeah, that's
white
true.
Bolt
Navies.
Yeah.
So it's different. I mean, I love the helmet too, though, man. That helmet is so sick, dude.
It looks so dang good, dude. And I'm glad that they brought those back. And what is it, the 90s, 2000 Navies-ish jerseys? I mean, it's a great jersey. It looks phenomenal. It's cool to see that the players are playing in the helmet during practice this week and everything too. It looked weird when it was navy helmet, powder blue. Jerseys. I was like, it's throwing me off a little bit there, guys.
That's not quite a good mix there.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all.
With the navy helmet and a white jersey, I would kind of hit. Actually, that would be pretty good. I think. Yeah.
That would be good. That would be good.
So the real question is, should we burn the banana jerseys? I mean, I don't know. I mean, should those be burned? Because, like, boy, I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I think the bananas are pretty good for marketing purposes. They look kind of cool, like on the top. I feel like if they had different color pants, like that would be a little bit better. But I mean,
it's funny.
For me, they were a fail the moment they didn't use them in Brazil. I'm staying by that. They should have used it in Brazil. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and I wonder why they didn't. That's kind of strange. Now, my other thought is, why didn't they make a yellow helmet? Just make the helmet yellow, like just top to nuts to butts yellow. Like, I don't understand. They still had the white helmets. I guess they only have a certain amount of variation helmets because I think they have one helmet that they can do a variation of.
Well, if they did go full yellow top to bottom, I would be handing out I'd be handing out banana Laffy Taffy to everybody.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's right.
Which is
that's my favorite one, by the way. I like the banana Laffy Taffy. It's the bomb, dude. It's the bomb.
That's the best.
And y'all tripping. It's all about green apple is the best Laffy Taffy you talking about.
Green apple. You can have all that, dude. That's all you.
Yikes. Yeah, that one's good though. I'll take it.
Yeah.
In the chat, what's your favorite Laffy Taffy flavor?
Yeah, there we go. What's up, guys? Good to have you guys. Good job, fellas. Good to have you here.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, I'm excited about this game. I think it's going to be a good one. It's one that the Chargers truly need, to be honest, in this one. And we'll talk more about, obviously, the reasons why in our slides here and everything, too. But a lot to basically look at this game that, man, ugly game that we had against the Colts. Now we got to get right very quickly. And I will say that it also is very similarly for the Vikings too. Their fan base is not very confident at all in their game by any means, too.
Yeah.
So it's basically a tale of two teams and two teams' fan bases that are just trying to figure this out right now at this point. And it's kind of a weird game. It's going to be a weird game for us here. But Thursday Night Football always, to me, are weird games. Think about last week. You know, what was it? The Bengals beat the Steelers. And, like, Joe Flacco looked like an absolute stud. Yeah. Random. Like, Thursday Night Football is always a weird game all the time.
Yeah. Always. So we'll see. Hopefully the Chargers can nut up and shut up at this point, dude. I'll tell you right now, the defenses look horrible. They look leaky. Yeah. They look terrible. Again, there's a video that just was posted just a little while ago. Khalil Mack was interviewed. Derwin James was interviewed. They clearly know the defense is a mess right now. And so, you know, they're like, hey, man, we got no excuses. We got to go out there and play better, man. Wow. Carson Wentz is 7-0 on Thursday night. Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy.
I did not know that. He's going to go down today. He's going to go down this week, though.
Oh, yeah. He's going to go down like a sweet muffin. Come on now. 7-1. Let's go. Make it happen.
I watched that Eagles game last week, and I mean, I remember even earlier in the season, I was like, man, I thought Carson Wentz was a lot more mobile as a quarterback, and he seems more of a statue-based quarterback these days. So as long as we could go out there and he just—
I don't know what I said about his statue-based. He's a statue.
He doesn't move. He doesn't move, which is an old school kind of quarterback. Think of the Phillip Rivers. Think about the Matt Ryans. You know, Peyton Manning's. That's where I felt like he is now. I mean, he did have a couple runs late in the game for the Vikings, but yeah, I just think he just kind of sits there like a statue in the pocket, dude, all day. Like,
so funny. I don't know why that just sounded so funny to me. He's statue based. He's planted. He's planted.
He's
very called a pocket passer. If you really want to use some real jargon.
Yeah, exactly. You use the real words, James.
He's a statue, dude. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting the term statue. But
well, I mean, he is 32 years old. I mean, got a bunch of freaking bangs and bruises and stuff like that, you know, from all the years. So,
you know, Super Bowl year too. So it's kind of maybe his mobility is not there. So it's interesting.
He's probably got that arthritis too.
Yeah,
arthritis.
Yeah, dude, arthritis.
As long as it's not the diabetes.
He ain't got the bitis. So funny.
We'll jump real quick in the slides here, guys. But you know what? Hey, these jerseys, perfect.
Oh, fire, dude.
Perfect.
Fire.
Absolutely perfect. You go Navy top to bottom, dude.
Nuts to butts.
It's a legit jersey here, guys, and I love these jerseys.
Hey,
that's what that is right there, baby.
And also the field's got the old school kind of Chargers logo too out there also in the end zone. It looks phenomenal all around. So love seeing the full navies. You know, hopefully the luck is better in this style of navy jerseys, not this style of navy jerseys.
Yeah, right. We need that style. The white bolts. I can't fucking get it in there. Get it in the camera. That style. Yeah, there you go.
That's right. That's right, man. So I can't wait to see how this goes, man. And this is definitely in BC. They got to step up for this game. I mean, we've talked a lot about it. I literally kind of like stopped listening to anything about that last game. I'm watching it out of my memory. Yeah, because it just was like
we were there. It was so hard.
I was there.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, beginning to end, it still was a great time. Shout out to Armando for the hookup on the tickets and everything.
For sure.
Shout out once again.
We got nothing to complain about in that regard. Yeah,
nothing to complain at all. The game was great. In general, the experience was great. The actual game sucked, but that's I'm just pushing it out my memory banks, and I will give a shout out to the fans too, by the way, at the stadium, because I really feel like when it got down to that we're down 2 touchdowns. Kind of getting the ball early in the fourth, and I feel like the fans were still engaged, which was really good to see. Because I mean, a lot of fans would have walked out. I mean, as a perfect example, the Denver Bronco fans. I mean, they walked out on that team, and guess what? They scored 33 in fourth quarter. Ridiculous! Like
it's like what?
This is why fans walked out. Yeah,
this is why you always stay till the end of the game, no matter what, because you never know what could happen, man. Shoot,
never know, man. Never know. And Aether, thank you, man, for the 99-cent. Super chat, my guy. Always appreciate it, my guy.
I think it's just a sticker. You know, he's just paying the fee. You know, so I lost track. I think he's paid up by now, but no, I think there's interest. That's
no, he still owes us money, dude. He still owes us money. I think
My money, man.
$1,000, but interest, interest, baby. What you talking about? Come on now.
Inflation, baby.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Hey, look, prices have gone up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Eggs and all that, gas.
Yeah.
But I will say these Navy jerseys are absolutely legit and
fire.
great looking jerseys. I mean, there was a bunch of fans that had these jerseys at the stadium too.
Oh yeah,
and,
of course.
I mean, it's absolutely perfect jersey in a lot of ways. So love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So Miguel's got a good question. When do we get concerned for our season? I would say if we lose this game. To me, if we lose this game, we might be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know,
yeah, I mean, because this is one that we should find a way to win. And but at the same side, even if we lose her at 4-4, and there's a whole heck of a lot of teams that are going to be at 4-4 after week 8.
Yeah,
so
and secondarily, there's a lot of football left too, guys. Right? I mean, it's not like the season's over at 4-4. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, what is there? 10 more games, you know?
Yeah,
a lot of things can happen in 10 games. But I guess to my point, where I get frustrated with it, and if you were on the AFC West podcast, you would know my frustrations on this. We'll show this for Aether, that we looked so good at one point. Game 1, game 2, game 3 looked pretty good. And then it's just been a slow bleed and decline ever since. And that's frustrating. So, and again, like the defenses look terrible, man. You just look at what we've given up. I mean, we gave up almost 27 points to the Dolphins. Dolphins got humiliated last week by the Browns. So there's something going on with that defense. And so it's just, I don't know, it's just frustrating.
It is. It is a frustrating situation, man. And I mean, there is a lot of things about this team. It's just been this, to your point, slow decline. And we got to find a way to stop the bleeding. And this is one of those games that when we go into the stats, it's very equal to what we are right now, too. Defensively and offensively, there's not much difference at all between these teams. And you know what? Both teams and both fan bases are not confident in themselves. I don't feel very confident about this team in a lot of ways, which is sad to say. And I mean, but you got to be real about it. Like, how can you go into this feeling good about being 1-3 in the last 4 games and saying, okay, yeah, we're going to win. We're going to mollywop these guys. I can't say that. But Aether here is always the positive guy on
the
Charger side. So
let's go.
$4.99. Thank you so much for the super chat, my guy. So
are you out of your mind?
Are you out of your mind? Herbert was shred Flores defense, like fancy shredded Mexicana cheese. Delicious. Love that cheese. Great stuff. 38 of 42 is what Herbert will basically do. 375 yards, 4 touchdowns. Bolts win 31-21, which would be amazing to see. I'd love to see that game. And you know what? We're going to have to throw the dang ball a lot, by the way. But at the same side, the Vikings do not have that good of a run defense, same as our run defense. So it's a lot here to be said about how they will attack this team too. So
about run defense though too. Like Derwin James talked quite a bit about that. He's like, it all starts from block destruction. And unfortunately, they just haven't been able to be great up front, right? Which is weird because T.R. Tart at one point was the number 1 defensive lineman for run defense. And so he's kind of fallen off a little bit. But, man, like it just seems it's weird. I don't know if there's a communication problem up front. I mean, it's just strange, you know.
It's a lot.
So we'll see.
And BZ, man, so the Travion Williams edition, haven't looked enough into him too. But at the same side, what they're saying is Hassan Haskins is not playing this game, so it's basically Kamani Vidal and Naheem Hines is going to be in it. But what if Williams does get picked up? But that says there are the other guys that we have on the practice squad, like Patterson too, that's been on the team for a very long period of time. I mean, they just don't want to bring him up for some reason. I don't get it, but I'm interested to see what Travion Williams could do for this team. So we're not going to have basically Amari Hampton for at least 2 more weeks after this game.
Yep.
I think it's the Steelers game that we could potentially have him back. Steelers game, I believe it is. Is that 2 weeks? Something like that. So there is going to be something situated with a running back room, or maybe there's going to be a trade that's going to happen here soon. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think they're definitely going to be making some calls. You know, the rumor has been that they've been calling for our linemen and also running backs. But to me, I don't know that they're going to get. You could probably get a running back pretty easy. Running backs are always available.
Yep.
But linemen are not available. You're not going to get a starting lineman. You know, you're going to get a backup, maybe a swing tackle, something like that, right? That's about it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. So And yes, he's only signed to the practice squad. So
Only signed.
I promise you, he's not ready to come up this week, right? It would, if anything, it would be if someone gets injured this week, knock on wood, he'd be brought up next week.
Yep, exactly. So we'll see what happens. But, I think there will be some action after this game for trades and all that stuff too. But remember, even if we lose this game, we're 4-4. If we win this game, we're 5-3. Once again, a lot of teams would love to be 5-3 or 4-4 at this point.
True.
You're still in the thick of things. And the same side, we're getting healthy at the right time too, I think too. So let's jump a little bit more into the slides here real quick. I thought this was a really cool post that Amazon Prime and NFL basically put out there.
That is dope.
I love kind of the old vintage look. It looks like you're like getting old Sports Illustrated back in the days or something like that. Just a really, really cool.
Look at Justin Swolbert there, man. Look at that arm, bro.
I have to call him Blade because he's so cut.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Come on now.
So good, man. So good, but
that's right.
Is that Blade? I don't know. What was that, dude?
That's like an explosion.
Yeah, that sounded like an explosion, dude. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly. Yeah, it's fine.
It is what it is. Whatever.
It was a different kind of explosion.
It worked. It's fine. It worked.
That's right. Yes, Amelia, cool. We are live, my guys. So, but this game will be on Amazon Prime. I'm planning to go to the Bolt Pride 602 watch party at the Native Wiggins or Wings.
Native Wiggins.
In Phoenix. So I did post that on our post on our YouTube. If you want to join, if you're in the local area, please come on by. It's a really good time. And, it's good to just hang out with some more Bolt fans while watching the game. So it'll be a good time. So come on out.
Let's get them Wiggins, dude. The Wiggins are good.
Yeah. So some good old Wiggins and pizza, whatever you want, dude. Whatever you want.
It's so funny.
But great game. Looking forward to it. Love this ad all around. Just a quick throw through the injury report, and then we'll go through our sponsors at this point. Big thing about the injury report, man. Look at it. Look at how we are looking. This is a big difference for our team here. Look at how this looks. A lot more questionables here. All around.
Ooh, nice.
That's really good to see. Now, Hassan Haskins being out sucks to see. Like what we talked about, Naheem Hines will basically be back. He'll probably maybe even taking punt returns. Then you got basically Kamani Vidal out there too. That's pretty much going to be our 1-2 at that point. My opinion, I think Justin Herbert's going to run the ball more if Joe Alt and Trey Pipkins does play in this game, because we're going to have our week 1 O-line back for once.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank you. I am excited to see what that happens and seeing where they could basically work to make sure Justin Herbert stays upright. Maybe we'll look better. I don't know. But it's good to see that we're getting healthy at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and the good news is, I mean, we'll have our week 1 offense, week 1, defense should be good. But man, it's like for some, my concern is the defensive side of the ball, and it is interesting though. I think the only guy that will be out is Hassan Haskins, so I think we'll be fine, right? And Trey, I know people don't like Trey Pipkins. I get it. I understand that, right? But the reality is he's better than what we have right now. Let's just make that abundantly clear. He's a little better right now. And Joe Alt, he's awesome. And you could run the ball on his side all day and you'd be in fine shape. So, and Justin Herbert, by the way, the one thing I would say about Justin Herbert too, what was he was holding the ball for what? 3.03 seconds or something, just a little bit over 3 seconds or something. Yeah, it was a little over 3 seconds. So he held the ball a long time with a really bad offensive line last week. So I think the game plan, especially against the Vikings, better be to get the ball out quick, because they do nothing but blitz. They just go balls out and just attack you. So we'll see what happens with that. But we'll see how it goes.
So
Justin Herbert even talked about it too in his presser too, saying,
"Yeah, he did.
Hey, look, I need to get the ball out of my hands faster."
Yeah,
and he knows and understands.
He knows.
And even in general, right? It's not even just but I know for this game specifically, but he knows he's got to get it out quicker. It's God, dude, he just holds on to it forever. And there were a few times that even last game, I felt like he just held on to it way too long. I'm like, oh man, come on, dude.
Right.
So
what you're saying is Pupkins is more serviceable than a hot dog down a hallway. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
that's right. Good job, Pupkin. We got Pupkins back.
Pupkins.
Pupkins. That was so funny.
No doubt. No doubt. But, you know, I will say this, though. I mean, I don't mind what we currently have at right tackle, though, too. Like, there's kind of a weird way that I kind of feel pretty good about even our guy. Oh my gosh, Bobby Hart.
Yeah, no, no.
I'm okay with him.
But he had like 3 false starts, like, and he had like
agreed.
so like I'm sorry, those penalties are a killer. And yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but no, man, like at least Pipkins doesn't at least get those things, man.
Right.
I mean, last time I think he had a couple holding calls and false starts too, but it's. I think what it is his issues is that he's been banged up all season. And for whatever reason, he's just doing things where he's reaching a little bit more and he's just being a little antsy of some sort because he's just trying to find that leverage. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of Pipkins or Pupkins, either which way you want to call him. But, you know, we have to put somebody out there. The thing about Trey Pipkins, he does have a lot of experience. Same thing about our guy, Bobby Hart, too.
Right.
We'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens here. And I mean, I'd feel personally, I would just be excited to see Joe Alt out there, period. If I could just have him, that helps everybody on the line, in my opinion. So it changes the entire game.
Whole line for sure. Yeah.
Just to go over real quick with the Vikings too. This one is an interesting one right here. Christian Darrisaw, their left tackle, pretty much knee issue all of a sudden on Wednesday. Did not practice. So I don't know where that's about, but if you're going to exploit and attack something at this point, you're going to go after him. You absolutely have to go that direction and attack that tackle position. Now, I will also say that and I looked at the Minnesota Vikings offensive line. They are around the 23rd in their overall 2025 ranking right now. Basically, their PFF pass blocking efficiency rate of about 77 is 26th in the league. And in the past, a ranking of the 3rd lowest in design run plays. They also have had a lot of injuries too within their interior line. So they've been dealing with a lot of injuries just like us too. I mean, you're week 8. Nobody's healthy at this point. So a lot basically to attack with this team and where you could find those, potential matchups that could help out this team. Now, this is also another good one. Andrew Van Ginkel, neck being outside linebacker, changes things up, helps our O-line, a guy that basically could attack the O-line too. So we'll see. And then Aaron Jones, we'll see what happens if Aaron Jones does play too.
I think he's probably looking at it, but I'm going to say this too, that tackle there, I think that's just him getting a rest day. You know, like there's all of a sudden just a not practice there right before the game. I don't know. I think it's just a rest type thing. So I would not put too much stock into that one.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. But that's kind of what we got going on for the injury list at this point for both teams. And, what we'll probably do at this point is let's get another word from our lovely sponsor, Sleeper.
Want me to run the thing?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. All right, do it.
Ooh, look at that. Wow.
Right, okay.
Look at you.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my pick that I made for the game. Just pretty quick, we could just run through it real quick. Is that there was a bonus pick, kind of a boosted pick, I would say, for Jordan Addison to get over 48.5 yards. So lock that in. Got Quentin Johnson getting 48.5 yards as well.
Love it.
And then Kamani Vidal to get anytime touchdown. Could be receiving, could be rushing, all that stuff. So for $5, I might turn that into 30. More than likely, I'm just gonna lose $5 though. So
hey, you never know.
More than likely.
I mean, my record is I think I'm like 0-8 right now on all my Chargers picks, whatever. It's like, man, like I said, guys, if you guys think you could do better than me, which is probably pretty easy, go ahead and get yourself the Sleeper app. Start with free 20. You can get yourself $20 right away. Use the code Boat Bros, and you get $100 up to $100 per deposit match. And man, so you can start winning some actual money, more than me.
Go ahead and use the free
of that money,
20 entry. No deposit needed. Use code FREE20, man. So pretty cool, man. But at the same side, we'll see kind of what happens with those picks. Once again, there's a $100 match to your $100 too. So feel free to reach out
all
to
the different screens. That's great.
Check it out, guys. So once again, you get the $100 match too when you deposit $100. So give it a shot, guys. But shout out to Sleeper, Hog Media, and everything too. Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
They've been good.
But so let's jump a little bit further into this matchup.
The matchup.
Yeah.
Oh no. I said
Here
it
we
already.
go.
Oh, I saw it already.
Game preview
Oh.
picks. This guy is back. He's back on the bandwagon again, and he seems
Adam
to be
Stank.
this
That's
guy,
right, dude. That's right.
I want to say that they do these picks not on a weekly basis. I think they do this on like the beginning of the season type situation.
No.
Because that's what he did last year, and he did all of his picks through basically the entire schedule early on, and then they're just like, all right, that's my picks kind of thing. I think that's kind of weird if they do that, because I mean the season changes so quickly with these teams.
Sure.
So I don't know, or maybe they have ability to kind of update their picks by week or whatnot. But
There's no way that they submit them preseason and then just
a
go
lot to hold on.
It's a lot to hold on to. Yeah. Like I think it's week to week. They're figuring it out as they go.
Yeah, but I think
this is a crazy
amazing.
score though. Look at this crazy score.
Dang.
24 to 209, boys. Let's
Hell
go.
Yeah. We gonna
Let's do it.
We gonna mollywop them fools, dude. It's gonna be sick.
Let's go.
Dude, I can't wait. Belt to
Yeah.
ass on those guys, dude. That'd be so sick.
Oh, that's amazing.
There we go. I like that sound effect. That's good.
Yeah.
If I had a belt, dude,
Jeez.
I'd do that thing, dude. But
Wow.
yeah, man,
Yeah, like crack it.
Yeah, right.
it's great stuff. But
209 points. That'd be sick. That's embarrassing, dude. You're like,
my
oh
gosh.
boy.
I think if they did that, the Vikings
Ass
just
whooping.
hang up the whole season. Just like, nah, we're good.
We hang up our cleats. We're done, dude. Game
Yeah,
over.
right.
it's like that SpongeBob meme.
Cut the
All right,
show.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm
I'm gonna
done.
head out. How he's getting out of his recliner. All right, I'm gonna head out, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
we'll
right.
see what happens here. But so I mean, Adam Rank's back on us, guys. Also, too, I know the parlay, or excuse me, the spread is I think 3 right now, and it actually increased for the Chargers too initially. So
Ooh.
Because Alton and Pipkins will be back.
that's where the whole idea is. And Alt did say, hey, look, like the plan is to play on Thursday. So that makes me feel a whole heck of a lot more confident too. And 209 points would be kind of a ridiculous game to watch, by the way.
Pretty
Like,
sick though.
Oh,
It's like
I'd love to see
Trey
it.
Pupkins, dude. Trey Pupkins.
Pumpkins. Yeah, and I mean, if it did see 209 points, I mean, whoever's got a fantasy player on the Chargers in general, you'll probably do extrently well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Because I
Anyone,
imagine
just throw anyone
any of
on
them.
there. Yeah.
anybody, you do extremely well.
Oh,
But
gosh.
that's the picks, and a lot of them are basically choosing the Chargers. Only 3 are choosing the Vikings at this point. So once again, their fan base is not too confident in their team. So yeah, but I mean, I feel like for myself, I'm not extremely confident too, but I do feel more confident that Joe Alt will be out there if it's going to be officially that he's going to be out there. So
Yeah, well, and the good news is bottom line, like I think our team being back week 1 healthy is a good thing.
Yeah.
Whatever reason, I know Derwin James talked also about the defense and how they're, are they going to have a team meeting? What's the situation? And I guess even Khalil Mack said, like, yeah, we don't need to do anything like that. We just got to go out and make it happen. We know what we need to do. We have everything figured out. We just got to go out and execute. I'm like, man, kind of wish it would have been kind of a nice thing to say, hey, guys, bring everybody, huddle them up. Let's communicate better. But, and by the way, Mack was on a snap count last week, too. He only had 12 snaps.
yeah,
So
very, very limited, and a sack, which is kind of nice.
he had a sack, but it'd be interesting. So I think they're trying to figure out how do they work OA into the mix. But
Okay.
I think you'll see OA and Mac and Thule for like a Ferrari package. So 3rd and longs or whatever is when you'll probably start seeing all 3 of those guys out there.
There you go.
Watching the Eagles game too, and just kind of watching that Eagles Vikings game last week. That is, they had a lot of talk about with the Vikings defense too, and they're having a hard time setting the edge. It's almost very similar type defenses and offenses at this point. Now, talent for talent. I mean, obviously the Vikings have some very, very talented wide receivers. They lost basically Aaron Jones. He might be starting this game. Mason is their back. I mean, we have Kamani Vidal basically down to running back 3, and then we have running back 4 at this point. I mean, tackles, we're down to tackle 5 and 6 and whoever it is. Like, it's crazy. But very similar teams in a lot of ways. And the problems are very similar too. So, which is kind of an interesting parallel here with these teams.
Well, actually, it's interesting. So the Vikings were the number 1 team in the NFL that blitzed last year, but right now it's the Broncos.
100% it's the Broncos. I
How
swear, every
crazy
play
is
they're
that?
getting blitzing all day. And in the Vikings defense, a lot of it's like 4-man, 5-man type rushes.
Yeah.
There was some a little bit more. I saw a couple 6-man rushes on 3rd and long type situations too. So keep that in mind. They like to go after the quarterback on a 3rd and long. So
yeah, big time.
Justin Herbert, just exploit that. Hit it in the middle. Make sure there's a guy in the middle, slant into the inside middle part of the field, and you should be able to get him no problem. Now, beautiful thing too, top 5 in passing yards in the NFL. Justin Herbert is balling still. So 1,913 in the year so far, which is, and I've said for a while, it's not a Justin Herbert problem. Justin Herbert will get you what you need. And we saw that in the first 3 games of the season. It's an offensive line situation problem. It's also a defensive problem. It's a special teams problem.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems that are outside of him.
Special teams. Oh,
And yeah, special teams has not been good.
not looking good, dude.
Bottom line, there's a lot of issues going on here. And, you know, it's funny. I always go back to Ryan when he talks about his Broncos and he has this disdain about Justin Herbert for some reason. And I guess he was not reminded of the comeback victory against the Broncos earlier this season. He feels like Justin Herbert can't be that guy. And also Justin Herbert's number 2 in the league since 2020 for come from behind wins. I don't know. Just throw it out there, buddy.
Yeah, he's got 1 behind Patrick Mahomes, and he's been in the league less than Patrick Mahomes.
Right. So crazy. This guy knows how to close games out. It's not a Justin Herbert problem. It's a lot of other issues around him. Now, it's not an I. Once again, you don't spell team with an I by any means. So there's no I in team by any means. But once again, this is a true team sport. It requires everybody to do their jobs and do it well to make things happen. So.
But by the way, the Broncos should have lost the last 2 games too. By the way, too.
Agreed.
But
aggravating.
But an M and an E is in team.
But it's also, if you turn that M upside down, then it becomes a we.
Anyways, move
on.
on.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So M, and then if you turn it to a W, it is a we game, not a me.
Oh,
game.
there you go. Yeah. There you go.
Ooh, a we.
You don't
game.
get the W without the we in there. Yes, right. There you go.
Oh boy.
There you go.
But
boy.
Justin Herbert's a
All right,
stud.
whatever.
We all know that. We're Charger fans. We know that and everything too. It's just, once again, it's a problem in a lot of different areas to make sure this is a well-oiled machine. Now, I'm going to say if we do have our week 1 offensive line, I fully expect to see a much better looking team all around. Like Justin Herbert's going to be able to run the ball freely. He's going to stand up right in the pocket, not have to roll out or anything like that. I think he's going to play a whole heck of a lot better. So we'll see what happens here. We'll know tomorrow officially who's going to be on this O-line. Minimum, I just want to see Joe Alt out there. Minimum.
Yeah. And I think Pipkins will be out there too. I think he's going to be fine. I really do. Like there was reports that basically he was fine even last week, but like I think they kept him out. You got to wonder why they kept him out. But I know Joe Alt wanted to even come back 2 games ago, but they did keep him out even further. So who knows?
Yep.
So.
And here's a picture from practice. The thing is, though, that I've kind of observed, I don't even know if they did a whole heck of a lot of like pad-based practices this week, just because it's short week. Basically, Monday you go into practice, Tuesday you go into practice, Wednesday. I think maybe they did some pads on Tuesday. I don't think they did pads today at all. But basically, Pipkins was out there doing his thing. You hope that Pipkins would basically be out there. I just want to see the whole week 1 offensive line back. That's purely what I want to see. And I think that really gives us a bigger idea of where this team is. Now, my bold prediction, I don't think the Chargers are going to trade for anything on an O-line, in my opinion. And I don't think that's a good thing, but I do think they feel confident enough who they have as long as they could stay healthy, in my opinion. Now, I think the whole thing, what they went out there and ended up getting a couple guys like, Bobby Hart, Foster Sorrell. I think they're going to kind of just say, hey, look, they're going to be depth guys at this point, but as long as we can keep our week 1 starters out there, I think we'll feel fine. Now, I don't feel bad about Bobby Hart. I don't feel bad about him. I don't feel great about him, but I don't feel bad about him. I just don't think that we're going to go out there and trade for a guy. I think if we're going to get anything, we're going to get a running back 100%. That's like, I feel very confident. We don't have a whole heck of a lot of money spent on players too, by the way. So I don't know where we're going to be.
A lot of money left over.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean,
fit this in is what
the butt salary cap is a myth. So who the hell? They already met that deadline thing like that, so they can go blow the whole load if they wanted to. You know, so let's fill it up.
This guy, dude. I know
many jokes there.
Yeah. But yeah, bull popper, man.
Yeah, tenderize that meat, dude. Tenderize that meat.
Herbert has not been looking good with these pressures. I mean, 52.6% on his dropbacks. I mean, it is ugly. It is not good in so many ways, and it's got to stop. And I think, once again, if you go against this team, who's going to be a pretty heavy blitz-based type team, Brian Flores does love to blitz, and they do well. I think they're going to feel confident about it. It's just about getting this team to be healthy in those positions. I mean, you don't have an O-line, your offense is going to be a mess at some point. You got to give a shout out to Justin Herbert on what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, in Herbert, like I said, by the way, I don't think the first half of the game last week, he did not look good. Like he definitely struggled. That one interception, the ball was tipped up in the air, and then that one he tried to force into the end zone was a bit of a problem.
Yep.
And he's looked a little off at times, but I also kind of think a lot of offenses in the NFL have. I mean, look at the Broncos last week too, right? They literally scored no points until the fourth quarter. And then all of a sudden they scored 33 points, which is like unbelievable, right? So I'm just saying, I still feel like the offenses are still kind of figuring things out. Again, it's still somewhat early in the season. We would have liked to continue seeing the defense play well. If the defense had played well last week, then I think we could have been more competitive at the end of that game, of course. So again, it's not just an offensive problem. It's also a defensive problem, you know, and again, you know, there's a lot of things to be said about it in general, but I will just say this too. Like, I do think that, man, you know, Herbert's got to get the ball out faster. I saw him again. I watch all the all 22 footage and all that stuff, and you could tell he's just holding the ball. And it's like, dude, you got to get the ball out faster. And so, you know, that's a very astute, point on him holding the ball as long as he has been.
Well, go back to the last 2 weeks after the half. What did they do? They did a lot of like jumbo sets. They got the ball out of his hand quick. And guess what they did? And literally you could look at it for the Colts, 2 touchdowns, first 2 drives after the half. Same thing against the Dolphins, 2 touchdowns after the half. They played very similarly at that point. Why is it that you decide to do that after the half and it seems like things go well? Like, why don't you do that most of the game, in my opinion?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that too. In fact, I don't understand why we don't just do 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. Just put an extra guy on the edge, help your tackles out, and make it simple. Like, make it easy that you're not going to, you know, let pressure happen on Justin Herbert. Give him a little, and I will also say this too. A lot of these routes that have been run are actually pretty deep down the field. So he does have to throw the ball deep and take a little more time. But, dude, come on. He's still got to make some decisions a little faster. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. He definitely needs to.
It's not just him, though. I mean, freaking the center, Bozeman and Zion need to block better. I mean, there's so many, like, I've been seeing so many videos on Twitter of them just blowing plays, like just barely, like, touching like, you know, nose tackles or freaking linebackers just running in freely and just getting those sacks, and it's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, we kind of knew that last season, right? And you know, the interior O-line was an issue during the Houston game, and it got extremely exposed, and it seems like it's lingering on to this year. Now, I do think Becton has helped a bit. I think Joe Alt being on the left tackles helped a little bit more too. I mean, these last couple of weeks, not having Alt is kind of exposing that even further. I think when Alt will come in, he'll stabilize a little bit more to that O-line. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like I mentioned this to somebody in a group chat or something like that. You know, it's like I feel like Justin Herbert. Like, I love that he's like so cool, calm, and collected and stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to freaking get in like the lineman's face and be like, freaking do your job.
Yeah.
I mean, makes them accountable for what they're doing and stuff like that, because this is ridiculous. Like, I mean, he's at this rate, he's going to be in a wheelchair by the end of the season. So
Agreed.
Yeah, I do think they should roll him out a little more too. Do some more RPO stuff as well. I mean, it's interesting. I'm a little frustrated with some of the offensive playing call because again, they just keep doing gap runs. I just think they could do a lot of different things. And maybe the argument is, look, we don't have the right offensive linemen. That's why they haven't been doing them recently. There could be some things to be said about that. But yeah, that doesn't look good. Yeah, Deculus has been horrible.
Yep.
Interesting though, Hart has actually been better than Becton, which I thought was kind of crazy.
It's crazy, right? And so even to say Zion Johnson, it's 57.4. Ironically, once again, I'll even go back on this. PFF is very subjective.
Yeah.
They have their own metrics because how they basically do everything. Obviously Bozeman is not ranked very high at all by any means here. What is it? 31 out of 39 centers, I guess, that have started.
He's the 34 centers.
34 centers. So
pretty much bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel. But look at Gadsden, though. Like, he's at 74.3. I mean, what was the knock about him? Now, obviously, he's a tight end. But the knock on him was, I don't think he could really block. Well, he's actually at a pretty high level of a blocker right now, by the way.
No, that's actually not blocking. That's just production in general, right? So that's his yardage and such. So, yeah.
Right. Well, overages. Yeah. Like his whole overall PFF score.
Yes.
But at the same side, when you start putting that all together, blocking is a part of that metric, right? At least you're showing that he's a very high level at this point. He's playing at a high level, much higher level than it was with Conklin. He's not screwing up like Conklin. Conklin is non-existent at this point. So that's pretty big. But what I'm pointing at is that the whole Deckless thing at 40.0 or 40.4 as an overall grade right now at left tackle. You put Joe Alton there. Guess what? Like,
huge boost. Yeah.
Stats go crazy high. Now, shout out to Stephen Haglund from Guilty's Charged. He put basically the whole metric here. This is what Joe Alt is after his first 3 weeks. 3 pressures allowed on 134 pass blocking reps. 5th fewest. 98.4% blocking rate efficiently. 7th best. 95% block rate, win rate. 6th best. Crazy difference, guys, of what you get with that left tackle position. It shifts the entire O-line, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Since he got injured, the left tackle spot behind him has allowed 22 pressures, 4 sacks, 9 hits, 92.2 a PBE, which is a pass block efficiency of 92.2% on 174 snaps. So just getting him back is going to be a massive difference for this offensive line, guys.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah, well, and again, you can also not put a tight end there. You could just put Aronde Gatson on the right side and just at least help out Trey Pipkins or whomever's on that side. And so, again, look, the Chargers, especially if they're blitzing, the argument is, okay, we got to get the ball out quick. Well, the easiest way to do that is just find your single coverage guy, right? Keenan Allen, or one of those guys is going to get open, and you can just fast throw them, just hot route them the entire time. Because if they're going to all out gas you and just blitz the hell out of you, just find the guy that's open, right? Who's doing the corner blitzing and all the above. So, I mean, you can't really do that in jumbo sets, right? You kind of can, but you really want to do it in 11 personnel or even 10 personnel, right? So that's big. But yeah, Nate says, I'm a Jets fan. As bad as Becton's been, I can wholeheartedly tell you he's been way better in LA. That's interesting. Well, he's a big guy. I mean, there's probably a reason why that the Eagles let him walk. So
I mean, there's always a reason for that. But I'm just been thinking here. Hey, is there a way that we can just clone Joe Alt and put him all the way up and down the line?
See, the thing that's crazy about the thing about Rashawn Slater is Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. Again, I think the whole thing started when Rashawn Slater goes out, right?
Yeah,
that is horrible. As soon as that happens, holy crap. But Joe Alt, there's not. We would have had the 2 best tackles in the league. Just think how different our team would be if we had Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt.
Big time.
I mean, it just changed everything so much. And I mean, there's only so much a coaching staff can do, right? But goodness gracious, man. So,
well, you got to think about even the preseason. It was just like we're ranked as like 2nd or even 3rd best offensive line in the league.
Yeah.
And
Right.
We had 2 elite tackles, 2 all-pro tackles, and guess what? We don't have them other than Joe Alt at this point. So,
And
he's been out for what? Ooh, we need Viagra for that one, though.
I know.
Ever since. Bolted down.
Bolted down for sure. So, but, to where we talked about earlier, Kamani Vidal is the starting running back for this team at this point. And then Naheem Hines will basically be on this team as the running back too. Will they bring up another running back? We will see. I'm not too sure what we're going to do here. So I think if we do have at least Joe Alt back, that's going to be a big thing for us. It's going to help out the outside run game, which is to Kamani Vidal's strength. Run on the outside. And if Joe Alt could basically do great about setting the edge for him. There was that one play too that I showed where it was like 3 players on the left side plus the left tackle too. It was basically a total of 4 people blocking in front of him. It was during the Miami game. Do a lot more of that. Like, how about we do some more of those edge setting type situations? You got 4 players to basically go out there and block. Let's do that. Let's go out there and just bully these people around.
Do that.
Just do that. Come on.
Just do that.
We can't have another 55 pass type game again and expect to win. Personally, you cannot do that. One of the weaknesses of the Vikings is the run, and they're not setting the edge too, by the way. So keep it going, man. Keep it going with these big jumbo sets and just bully them. That's the mantra to this team, right? Bully them. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get in sync here.
Well, and unfortunately, we haven't shown that.
No.
So, but again, our offensive line, week 1 was okay. We were fine.
Yep.
Week 2, we were okay, and we just have been in decline since. So,
yep, no doubt. So, we'll see where it ends up going here, man. But Roland, man, the season's not over, not yet lost.
Nah.
Let's continue to believe and think positive. Bolt the F up, dude. No, and I agree, brother. Like, even if we lose that game here at 4-4, you're in the thick of things. Go back to that season. I think that we were, 6-6 going up against the Miami Dolphins. This is the Staley year that we ended up going to the playoffs. We went on a 4-game run. Basically, we ended up going to the playoffs playing the Jaguars. I don't want to talk about that game, but hey, you could get hot at some point. And the big thing is, though, if we're getting our starting O-line back, we got to, for the majority of our defense, pretty healthy outside of Deshaun Hand. I think we need to get him back. Otito Obonia going on the IR. You start kind of seeing the internal O-line kind of off a little bit, but that's where you got to get Tart and Jamari Caldwell more situated in the inside D-line. I think that would be a great addition because Tart is one of the tops in run defense. Jamari Caldwell is just a big, just behemoth of a man in the middle of the O-line too. And I'm just going to go and segue right now to the defense.
Ooh, actually, dang. Those Navy helmets on the white jerseys, they do look dope.
Yeah, that does look pretty cool.
What if they did like Navy numbers with it on white? So that would actually be pretty cool too. That would be dope. But this defense needs to get right. Some people talked a little bit about like Deion Henley. What's going on with Deion Henley after he got sick from his illness? It just seemed like for whatever reason, he's just kind of a little off as a player. Remember, we talked about him basically being a potential all-pro kind of guy. Something's off there. Yeah, something is off there. Now, crazy stat too, Derwin James has 11 missed tackles this season going into the Colts game. He only had 6 missed tackles all of last season. Something's going on there too. Obviously, we talked about his hand and everything too. He is missing tackles, and a lot of the defense is missing tackles. There's also just a lot of bad communication going on with this defense. This defense needs to get right real quick, or we're basically going to get gashed again. Kind of, tough to watch this defense.
And then this is Beatel. Didn't they cut Miller Hines? Yes, they did. Brought him back. He's now on the team, so he'll be the second running back for this game.
That's kind of how it just works. They hire him on Friday, they fire him on Tuesday, and they just kind of just keep doing that. So that's really why they say the NFL means not for long. So you just you get a couple day contract and then just keep cycling through that.
Well, see, and that's the thing too. There's always players out there that are even not on teams, right? That there's just a pool of players you can just go after and make your team better. So,
no doubt.
Yep.
But just to the point and to what the subject is in front of us, this defense needs to get right because, we can't have problems on both sides and actually all 3 phases of this defense and offense and special teams. Like, we got to find some stability. And I personally don't think the defense has any excuses. I mean, they're relatively healthy in a lot of different positions that are in skill positions. Whatever that last game was against the Colts was just an absolute disaster. Miscommunication, something was missing. Sure, you could say Alohi Gilman was traded. I don't think that was that big of a loss per se. I mean, I think Gilman's good as a player, but I don't think that that's a ultimate reason why that defense was playing so bad. I mean, we could go back the last 3 weeks or whatnot, and how many times that we've seen running backs just run freely, even to the edge side of things, and just no problem. Here you go, untouched touchdown, no problem. I mean, that goes back to the Commanders game pretty much, and the Dolphins game, and the Colts game. Obviously, I know Khalil Mack has not been in the team. He's had a snap count situation.
Sure.
I get it. His arm is not at 100% and everything too. But this defense needs to just check themselves again. And Derwin James is ticked. He knows they could be better. So,
yeah. And he kept saying it was communication. He's like, yeah, we weren't talking. I think there were things that were just they were just doing things wrong. They weren't executing properly. And so, yeah, I mean, like, it's gut check time. Like, because look, the offense is going to score points. They're good enough to score points, but are they good enough to score points when the defense is giving up a ton of points? Right. So, I mean, the good thing is with the Vikings, they're not a great offense at this point. Right. So they should, in theory, be able to, hold them back. And again, with the offensive line back the way it is, I mean, you can understand why the Chargers are favored in this game because, on paper, we should be, smoking the Vikings. I wouldn't say smoking, but, but at least getting the W.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, Carson Wentz is definitely turnover prone to my point. He's a statue in the pocket. He's one of those guys that offensive line does allow about 5 sacks a game too. So there's a lot of things that this defense should find a way to look better. And both of these teams are kind of in a weird position where we're both kind of in that similar position. A lot of injuries, a lot of issues all around with the team. Confidence is not very high. I looked at some Vikings podcasts, just reading the comments, and everybody just seems like, I think the Chargers will win. And then I think Chargers fans are like, I don't really know what to expect either. So we're all in these weird positions with our teams. So.
Well, I mean, it's inconsistent, right? Like, I mean, what team are we, right? And I think that's part of the problem. I mean, probably the only consistent team I've seen all season. I will say offensively, the Cowboys have looked great recently, and the Colts have looked great. But boy, the Cowboys defense looks horrible.
The team that I've seen that's most consistent right now is the Jets.
Consistently losing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jets.
Consistently losing.
Yeah, I guess it could be worse, guys. We can be Jets fans.
Yeah. Well, we'll trade for Breece Hall after this game, and then he'll be in the team.
There you go.
That would be
yeah. When is the trade deadline? It's in
November 4th.
November 4th. Okay.
Yeah. So it's getting close.
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot of the rumors that they're asking for crazy numbers to basically trade any of their players. I mean, at some point you got to think it's going to be a reset at this point. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's some other thoughts about getting rid of their head coach, and I'll call him a 1-year, head coach.
He should have been fired after the freaking Broncos game. That was like the stupidest. I'm still heated on that. By the way, Bull Popper, defense is missing assignments, some poor gap discipline. It's exactly what Derwin James said. And I think I don't think Khalil Mack said that, but I think that's exactly what Derwin James said. It all starts with block destruction up front. And it's in a weird way that's not happening. I don't know why, right? Because I think they have the right guys. They looked great earlier, but for some reason they're just not doing it. And again, it starts up front, and then, anyways, the back is not communicating and missing assignments. So they free runners all day.
Yep. And the big thing too with this defense, you got 2 very, very good wide receivers you got to deal with too. Jordan Addison and obviously Justin Jefferson. I mean, both very, very good guys. The guys that can absolutely burn you. Jordan Addison had a great game last week. Obviously, Justin Jefferson still had a pretty good week too. These are big play type guys. I mean, and you could even throw out TJ Hawkinson too. I mean, he's a pretty good tight end also too. So they got weapons, and this defense, there's no slouching by any means with this team, even with Carson Wentz as a quarterback, guys. Carson Wentz still can make throws. He's an NFL quarterback. He still can make plays. So we just have to create a lot of pressure on Carson Wentz, and that just get him flustered. get them flustered early, find a way to get some stunts up front, attack the edges very well, find a way basically to make sure that he doesn't stay comfortable there. So, and this defense just got to get right. I think that there's a little bit of a hunger, and I think there's some frustration that came from that last Colts game that I think they'll play way better in this game. So,
yeah, I agree.
Just to point out too, next 4 games are critical for us. This is where the critical meat of the season starts here, guys. Like, you got to beat the Vikings. You got to go to Tennessee and beat the Titans. And then from that point, we basically got a Sunday night game versus the Steelers, which who are the Steelers? I'm not sure still yet.
Yeah.
Jaguars.
They know.
They don't know who they are exactly. So like they're still trying to figure themselves out. Now the Jaguars, it's kind of that team too, where it's like, are they good? Trevor Lawrence, every year it's always the question of, is he good? I don't know. Did we overpay for this guy? I don't know. Like this next 4 games is going to decide a lot for this team. Yeah. We have gone from a 3-0 team or 3-1 for the first 4 games. Next games, we end up going 1-3. Now we basically got to look at this next 4. Is that this is a very key point to this season of really flexing you to say, like, are you a legit team or could you be a playoff team? So first off, handle your business tomorrow. Titans, go out and handle your business. The next 2 games, those you got to find a way to be 3-1, or at least if you could be 4-0, even better. You're in a way better situation at that point. So just pointing that out for us. 4 games, next 4 games are massive for this team.
And 3 of these games are AFC games. So they are like doubly critical.
Doubly critical.
Yeah. Double the pleasure.
Doubly critical.
Doubly.
So just to move on to the Chargers offense versus their defense. I mean, it's 20.8 points. We're scoring 21.6. We're a lot of yards per game. They're kind of allowing quite a bit of yards per game. I mean, 372 yards per game is pretty heavy too, by the way. But 420-yard game last week for Justin Herbert is pretty big too. But they're allowing 301 yards per game, points per play. I mean, 22nd in the league. They're basically kind of doing about 12. They're 12th in the league, 0.360 yards per play. I mean, look, we're the 8th best in the league. They're basically the 9th best in the league allowing this. I mean, there's just a lot of things that are very similar to this team defensively, offensively. They're allowing low percentage of 3rd down conversions. We got to win on that side. You don't want to have any 3-and-out type situations, but we're one of the best on 3rd down conversions. So it's just a very weird game all around too. I think I heard a weird stat that the Vikings offense, which I'll jump into that slide, is like 30 or 35% in red zone scoring on the road in comparison to what they're doing at home. It's like a big difference of how they play on the road versus being at home, which is a standard thing too. But they're not as good on the road for some weird reason in red zone scoring. Yeah. Now, we're one of the worst at red zone scoring, 31 in the league. So it's going to be a big thing, guys, to try to figure out how to score on this defense because it's very similar to our own defense too. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I hate harping on it. Is our defense going to show up this week? They have all the talent. Mm-hmm. I will make the argument though that I think we run light boxes a little too much. Mm-hmm. It does that's what they've got to get figured out. I don't know. They're going to blitz more. We don't blitz that often, right? We're just hoping those front 4 put a bunch of pressure. Now, Adelphi Owe, having him there, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm very curious to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's right. Rodney Harrison is going to the Hall of Fame too situation. What is it? The Charger Hall of Fame, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. That they're putting him in there. So, which is going to be great. I mean, last week we watched the Antonio Gates, getting his ring and his Hall of Fame ring at the game too, which was great to see. So,
yeah, fantastic.
Very good. But to go to the last little slide here, just to say Minnesota offense versus our defense. I mean, there's not much of a difference there between the amount of points they scored to the amount of points we give up. I mean, that's why the spread is basically about 3 right now. It's pretty equally to that point from defense to offense and what they're scoring and what they're allowing. So it's kind of a wild thing, but they are 318 yards per game. We're allowing 315. I mean, it's
wow.
It's pretty equal.
It's very equal. Look, yards per play, literally the exact same thing. Like it's 5.4, 5.4. Like, I mean, it's just a weird situation with this team and how this offense is stacking up to their offense and defense, all these different things. It's just strange to see. Very, very similar teams here. TDs per game, 2.5. We're allowing 2.4. They are 52.38% in red zone scoring. We're allowing basically about 50%, number 6 in the league. So this game is going to be won and lost in the red zone.
Yeah.
Got to figure it
100%.
out, guys. Got to figure it out.
Yeah, we allowed them to score 100% in the red zone last week.
Yeah, last week. It's not good.
100%.
Could not stop them worth a dang.
Not good.
It's crazy.
So big thing is, though, I'm going to say defense needs to figure out how to not allow big plays. Limit the explosive plays. They have 2 very good wide receivers, by the way, guys. So they limit their explosive plays. Don't allow big plays to happen. Obviously, find a way to basically stop them from scoring in the red zone, too. We're not that great in red zone scoring. They're not that great in red zone scoring, but they are much better than us. I think it's almost about 11 points higher in red zone scoring. So this defense is the one that's going to dictate, I think, this game as a whole. As a whole, that's what's going to dictate this game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, it's gut check time. I mean, like I said, I think these next 4 games are going to be huge. It'd be really awesome if we just win the next 4 straight out. I mean, it'd just be amazing. It'd be like, oh man, we're back on track. You know,
we're back, baby. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Well, I'll give my final thoughts. I mean, look, I'll just say this: like we've said it so many times, the defense has to step up. I think it's gonna I think the Chargers will score points. We will score points. But our defense has got to figure out what is going on. There's something wrong there, and I just don't understand. You know, I think it's a communication problem. I just think it's a lot of just different things. So hopefully they can get it figured out. And Eddie said this is good. You know, I said it's right. Khalil Mack, Thule, and Big O pass rushing tomorrow night. Yeah. I mean, if they can focus on that, if they can just put some pressure on Wentz, I think we'll be in fine shape. So, you know, the defense has got to figure things out. Like they should. Right. So if that happens, we're going to score points. We're going to be fine. I mean, so anyways, this is my take.
Yeah. And I would just say is that the offensive line needs to step up in a huge way. Like I'll say it again, man, like Bozeman and Zion Johnson need to do their job. And honestly, like I'll just reiterate is that, like, you know, and the players need to start making each other accountable for their mistakes. It's like you can't just rely on the coaches to coach and to, you know, make them accountable, whatever like that. The players want to do good, and so they need to be like, hey, listen, do your job better. You know, I don't know what you need to do better, but you just need to do it better, man. You know, get up in his face. Like Justin Herbert said, like sometimes he's cool, but sometimes he's too cool. You know, like I mean, I remember like, you know, seeing footage of like, you know, Dan Fouts, like, you know, he was getting in arguments with his wide receivers and tight ends or whatever like that all the time. You know, like, of course, it was a different era, but that's like, you know, this is, you know, this ain't no tickling match out there, you know, like this is rough sport. And so, like, you know, you guys need to throw some testosterone out there a little bit, you know, like, and, you know, do better.
Yep. I agree. And the thing is, though, too, to your point, if we could just at least have our week 1 offensive line, I would be happy to see that. And they start from finish, play every snap. Because, I mean, the amount of rotation of tackles and guards and all these different things that this Chargers offense had, if you go back to even that last Colts game, that 9-minute drive into the fourth quarter when you're down 2 scores should not be a 9-minute drive, 21-play drive, by the way, and burn 9 minutes of the clock to when it should have been. If you had your O-line in a stacked O-line like what we had during week 1, you probably could have made that a 3 to 4 minute type base drive. You could have potentially got a quicker score to where you would have, okay, now we got 5 more minutes that we could potentially get the ball back to score another touchdown to make this game interesting. But we burnt the entire clock because we had to rotate people in and out because they were getting injured, their communication issues, all these different things. They wanted to get that right. And guess what? That drive ended up with a loss on downs. No points. By any means. And so bottom line, I just want to see this offensive line back. I know Justin Herbert can make things happen, even if the defense is kind of screwing up. But I do think that this is one of those games where the defense can figure it themselves out. My hopes is Elijah Molden will be out there, maybe take over for RJ Mickens, just to kind of put more experience in the back end of our defense. Maybe that's going to help out a little bit too. outside of that, got to get better. Everybody needs to get better on this team. So it's two teams in the same trajectory, in my opinion. And both fan bases are not happy with their team at this point. So
yeah.
got to make this happen.
Yeah.
This is a big game for the Chargers. This is a game that's a trajectory where you could go into, don't think past this game, but you could go against the Titans out in Tennessee and have a good chance to beat them. That'd be a 2-game win streak, and you got 2 other games for the next 4-game block that you just need to find get a way to get potentially 1 or 2 more wins to really get this thing rolling again.
Yeah.
And you might have Marion Hampton back by the Steeler game too. So
yeah,
that's huge.
Would be big. Would be big.
It would be big. So, but once again, guys, appreciate you guys tuning on in.
Absolutely.
Excited to basically see this game tomorrow. It's weird that it's 4 days later that there's going to be another game, but we are here. Thursday Night Football. We all deal with it. Every team in the NFL deals with it. Everybody deals with injuries. And let's get that dub, guys. Let's get that dub.
Oh, bros, let's go.
Oh, bros, let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast.